Do I have everybody's attention now?
This is it, Josh! This is it!
Wasn't that a really cool fucking intro?
It was really cool. Dom, congrats to Dom. He worked very hard on that. So
I did.
Please tell Dom he did a good job.
I had to watch so many Randy Orton promos because I'm like, okay, let Randy Orton have a promo like CM Punk and Daniel Bryan did, and I couldn't find a good one, so I just didn't.
They're all good. Eric would say.
They're all good, but it just doesn't work with the video. Okay, so we're back. It's Saturday night. You know what that means? It's Rampage time. Well, Rampage review time because Rampage was yesterday. So overall, how'd you feel about Rampage, Cody?
So this is like the second time I've ever watched Rampage. So the first time it was like it's CM Punk Day, like CM Punk took over everything. So I didn't really know what to expect. I don't know how I feel because I feel like the show is so rushed.
It's a 1 hour show, yeah.
Yeah, obviously, but it feels super rushed. Also, before we start, Eric is not with us tonight. He is currently in Chicago searching apartments for CM Punk. He is searching every apartment, knocking on every door. He has not found him yet, but I'm sure he will be back with us on Wednesday and then he'll be good to go. But he's on a little bit.
He's trying to find his autograph so he can give it for me for my birthday. It's very nice. It's very nice of him to do. But
Rampage does feel a little bit rushed. I do like that they put some stakes onto the Rampage, like this first match that we're going to talk about in a second. Yeah. It's a big deal because they're fighting Young Bucks at all out in a steel cage. So you want to have a show that say, "Oh my God, I need to watch this." And like I feel like if you're a wrestling fan, you need to watch those matches just to see what's going on with the storyline.
Yeah, I agree. I think a while back, it was like 2009. There used to be a show called Superstars, and it used to be then Main Event, and there used to be non-canon matches. Did I just buffer?
Yeah, he's a buffer.
This is bullshit. Anyway.
But as Dom's still buffering, he tried to fix it. I promise he tried to fix it. He's very mad about it right now.
I try. I'm literally connected to the Ethernet, so I don't know.
We'll work on it through the episode. But
we'll work on it.
Superstars was all I never liked. Main Event was the one where like they put it on TV, like they put Main Event on TV. Like I remember the only thing I remember from Main Event was when Dolph Ziggler was a face. He was on commentary. He was on no. Dolph Ziggler was a heel. The Miz was a face, and the Miz was on commentary, and they had a match, which was the Miz as a face versus Ziggler as a heel. That's the only thing I remember from that show.
I mean, another useless show was the what was it? The morning show. It was a clip of it I showed. Daniel Bryan with talking about bears. You don't even remember that, do you?
The only morning show I remember is when I was like too young to watch Raw late, so the Raw stopped, and then I watched it in the morning. It was like 10 to 2.
There might be a special episode in the future looking at the WWE morning show. But heading into the match, the card. First we had Lucha Express. Oh my God, I said Lucha.
When you were showing it earlier, I thought you spelled it wrong, but I wasn't sure because you showed it.
Oh, I'm just gone for the day.
I'm a mess. I'm sorry, guys.
I am a mess. There you go. The Lucha Bros. They defeated the Jurassic Park, and I told Cody because Cody was busy yesterday night.
Jurassic Express. I said Jurassic Park. You said Jurassic Park.
Well, I spelled it right, so that's all that matters because people should be able to read if they're watching us on ASAP News Network. Yep, or on YouTube. So all good. But going back to Cody, I was talking about how how good this match was. And I'm like, Cody, you have to watch the match. And he's like, it's good. I'm like, no, it's amazing. And Cody, I want to hear your thoughts on why it's not amazing.
So, first off, like, what do you consider an amazing match? You consider like amazing match a 5-star match for you?
No. This is what I consider amazing. I consider amazing like I'm stunned, like I'm impressed. I get up, I'm shocked. I had all of that with this match. There were like 2 times I'm like, okay, this is done. Boop, nope. Kick out at 1. I'll talk about it in a second, but kick out at 1 from Luchasaurus, which was crazy. It just felt high stakes. It feels like anybody can win. They had balanced offense. It didn't seem like, oh, Lucha Bros were dominating the Jurassic Express. No, it didn't seem like that at all. It was just high pace. It wasn't too high pace. I think it had something for everyone. And it didn't have much interference from the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks were there too, watching on. I think it was all around great. These kind of matches need to happen on Rampage for people to watch, and I think it was there. And we also got to see a lot of Giannis, because Giannis is like 7 foot tall, and anytime he stood up in front of the front row, we would see him on the hard camera, so that was fun. He was having fun.
So like I enjoyed the match. Like I do like the fact that like you don't know who's gonna win. Like I could not be like, it wasn't like Roman Reigns versus Cena or something. Like you knew Roman Reigns was winning, even though I picked Cena. But, so like I like that fact, but I've never been able to get under a face versus face match. Never liked those. Like even like Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania. Like in my opinion, I thought of Cena as a heel, even though he wasn't. Because I love The Rock so much. It's like Cena's the bad guy. Cena's the guy that's crapping on The Rock. I love The Rock, hate John Cena. So like I need that type of hate towards somebody to make a face versus face work for me. But that being said, it was a good match. I did like, so Dom, you're more of a high spot. I
wouldn't say high spot, because there was one spot I really disliked, and I do want to talk about it. And I don't know if you remember, it was like, you know, the cliche when they pile up outside the ring and then they jump. And then Marco Stunt, for no reason, was just behind, I think it was Luchasaurus and Penta. And I'm like, why is he here? He's just behind there, just chilling. And I'm like, I guess they're doing a dive spot. And I'm like, I really don't like that. I was really a pop really for those destroyers. There was a destroyer on the apron. You know the destroyer, Cody?
The Canadian destroyer.
Yeah, I'm just calling it destroyer because Canada's. I just popped. I just didn't see the destroyer coming. It was the destroyer on Jungle Boy from, who was it? It wasn't Penta. It was
Phoenix.
Phoenix, yeah. And I was like, okay, that's it. Then I had Luchasaurus, and I did the same thing, going into the ring and another destroyer, and I'm like, okay, that's finished. And he kicked out at 1, and I'm like, okay.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that either.
I was just destroyed. I'm like, Luchasaurus kicking out at 1 from a destroyer? I was crazy. I
didn't like that either.
No, I understand why people didn't like it. It just popped me. I'm like, okay. And then they hit another one, and I'm like, they pinned together, and he still kicked out. I'm like, what is going on? Like,
yeah, the Canadian destroyer has also always been like a move that, like, because WWE they banned it for some time until
yes, it's just
a lot of people in the world that WWE could have. They had Bad Bunny do it for the first time in I don't know how long. But I don't like that it got kicked out of 1 because it's like such a rare move you see. Like I get it not being a finish, but you being kicked out at 1 is like, I don't know.
No, I agree with you. It just popped me. But overall, I think this was high energy match. The crowd was really, really into it. And, you know, that's what's most important, the crowd being into a match. It could be the dumbest, like, comedy match ever. As long as the crowd is in it, that's what matters. So the finish was the Lucha Bros hit another destroyer, I believe. It was something of that sort. They hit they hit a combined finisher on Luchasaurus. Jungle Boy was still outside from the apron destroyer, which I don't blame him, because the apron destroyer, oof. I know. Hurts my neck thinking about it. But that was the finish. The Lucha Bros will face the Young Bucks and All Out next on on the 3rd?
The 6th. No, yeah, is it the? It's not the 3rd.
It's next Sunday.
It's next Sunday. It's definitely not the 3rd.
They will face the Young Bucks next Sunday in a steel cage match, and
the 5th.
The 5th. My bad. But I'm excited, Cody. I'm excited to see the Lucha Bros against the Young Bucks.
I do like this match. I do think the right person won, and I'm just glad that Jungle Boy didn't eat the pin, because I know Jungle Boy, he's like a big up and coming star. Like he needed to either win or he needed to not get pinned to be outside. So I feel like they could do a lot more with Jungle Boy than they are currently doing right now. But I'm happy Lucha Bros won. If they're going to take the belts off the Young Bucks, that's a totally different story.
I think so.
We should save that for our prediction episode. I think we'll do a special like Sunday, maybe prediction.
Sunday, Saturday, somewhere around there. Before the pay-per-view, because
before the pay-per-view, possibly before our show on Saturday night. Yes. So it's an interesting matchup. I think it's going to be a great match, obviously.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
I try not to look at you while we're doing this.
Good point. I don't blame you.
But no, I am glad they won. They had a good match, but I think this Young Bucks and this will be a much better match, even though there's not much story to it as of right now. But it's a good match. I
want to see more of Lucha Bros and Jurassic Express. Personally, I think the Jurassic Express should and will win a tag team championship. Not this year, because what AW likes to do, they like to have longer reigns, which I like. They don't have many transitional champions, from what I remember. So hopefully they will do that, and Jungle Boy will have a singles career or a singles push next year, hopefully for the TNT Championship. Him and Miro could make a good match and have a like a overcome the odds kind of match. And talking about Miro, afterwards, after commercial, of course, Miro called out. Well, he didn't call out. He just came out to the ring, pushing I think it was Del Fuego. Soy Del Fuego. Fuego del Soy. That's his name. He was just pushing him out to the ring, and he called out Eddie Kingston. And he did the same thing on Wednesday, and he's doing the same thing tonight. And Eddie Kingston came. Eddie Kingston was about to go on the mic, say something. He said, "Fuck it," and he went to the ring, and they brawled for a little bit. The referees separated them, and that's about it. That was really all that it was.
Do we know if this is going to be on All Out? I'm assuming it is.
I have to look at the card, but I'm assuming it is as well.
I'm not a big fan of this, being honest.
Not?
I do like Eddie Kingston, but like Eddie Kingston was just tag teaming with John Moxley. That had nothing to do. Like there was no build up. Like now I'm getting like AEW doesn't do much build to there. It feels like it. Yeah, I feel there's like some storylines that are built to the max, and the other storylines are just put together and be like, hey, you guys are two good wrestlers, go fight.
Well, I like that more than a championship contenders match, to be honest. That Miro just calls them out.
Obviously, yeah. But I also think Eddie Kingston. When you say Eddie Kingston, what do you think of? You think of Mike, right? The Mike skills, right?
Yeah.
And you're not really letting him show that for a feud that it's going. If they're going to do it, so I'll preface this by saying if this is not an All Out and it's building to a bigger storyline, I'm fine with it. But if it's an All Out and you have two shows to build this up to a pay-per-view, I'm not a big fan.
Well, this might be the Arthur Ashe show, because they're gonna build up some storylines for that too. That's the.
I'll be fine with that. If that's the match, I'm fine with that. But if it's for All Out in a week in one day, I'm not okay with that.
I'll have to look at the card. I'll do that maybe throughout the show or something. But yeah, I like that Eddie Kingston's actually giving something to do. I like that Miro is giving a bigger opponent. He's probably gonna squash Eddie Kingston, which I'm fine with, because Eddie Kingston right now is not doing anything. He's more known as a guy who is just John Moxley's friend, I guess.
Yeah, basically. So that's why I need to see more of this feud without having just a title match.
Well,
unless they are going to do a title match and he just squashes him.
That's what I'm expecting.
Which is going to kill Eddie Kingston.
I mean, yeah, but they have to.
If you're building a dominant TNT champion with like Miro, I'm okay with that. But if it's going to be like a 25-minute match where you don't know who's going to win, and then I'm not okay with that. It needs to be a squash, or it needs to not happen all out.
By the way, I love Miro's presentation. His theme music. I don't know if you have listened to it extensively. It's perfect for him. It just feels like it feels like he's just a badass. I don't know. His character is just so good. I'm so happy for Miro. But leading to for my segment, we had on Wednesday, the Bunny and Ty Conti, and this match, well, it was there. It wasn't there for long. The Bunny.
I'll say this, not to interrupt you, but okay, I did not watch this match.
Honestly, you didn't miss anything. The Bunny got most of the offense in.
I figured.
I said in my comments, I just love Chris Jericho's commentary. I think he's so good on commentary. He's so good. It was
maybe you should just stay there and start wrestling.
Honestly, I wouldn't disagree with you. But Penelope Ford without what's the name? What's his Kip Sabian, because Kip Sabian is still injured, I believe. So she's by herself apparently.
Oh, okay.
And she came out, distracted the ref. Then the Blade, who was with the Bunny, slipped a brass knuckles to her, and she knocked out Ty Conti, and that was the 1, 2, 3.
Can someone explain to me why she's named the Bunny? Is it like
I think it was with the something to do with the faction, the Bunny, the Blade, and the Butcher. I think the Butcher is either out or he's not signed with it anymore. I have to look it up, but
it's a dumb name. People give WWE shit for Doudrop. The Bunny is a stupid name.
I'm not giving shit for Doudrop.
But most people do. Like, most people you find will say, Doudrop is a terrible name. Bunny ain't much better.
I mean, I agree with you. The Bunny and the Blade, that's kind of... It has a ring to it, but yeah. Then afterwards, we had it was just a small interview between the main event for the night, which was Christian and Frankie Kazarian against Kenny Omega and Brendan Cutler. Just Mark Henry just asking them questions, I guess. I don't know why this happened, because after commercial we little saw the match, so I didn't see the point of doing it. Maybe they just wanted Mark Henry there. Maybe they just wanted a segment.
Maybe they needed time.
Yeah, maybe. Christian basically just called Don. What's his name? Don
Callis.
Don Callis. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm blanking tonight. He just called Don Cat and this corny piece of shit or something like that. Corny idiot the whole time, and it was.
I mean, like, there's so much more. Like, how long did this segment last? Like 2 minutes?
Probably.
Like, you could have just put a promo for the next feud or something. Like, you didn't have to do this, but whatever.
I mean, I saw a bunch of promos.
I mean, you're paying Mark Henry a lot of money just to be on the show for 2 minutes, but
I think it was on commentary too.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. Going to the main event, we had.
I'm pretty sure he was, yeah. But
we had Christian and Frankie against, and they defeated Kenny and Brandon Cutler. Brandon Cutler is the goofiest motherfucker I have ever seen, with his little face.
I actually did like this match.
Okay.
I do. My favorite part of it is the finish, because Kenny doesn't look that weak because he just lost Brandon Cutler. Like,
That's true.
He's not looking weak. He's not looking like, oh my God, Christian and Frankie are killing him. He's gonna. So he's just like, screw this. I'm the champion. I don't have to deal with this.
Yeah.
And let's Brandon Cutler take all the damage, which I don't mind. I gotta say, Christian does look good. Christian looks very good.
Christian looks good. You saw the first match on Rampage, right? Christian against Kenny.
No, I don't.
You didn't watch. You need to watch the TNT match. Honestly, I mean not TNT match, the TNA match, the Impact Championship match from the first Rampage episode. That was really good. I do believe you can say the same thing about Frankie Kazarian. When Kenny was in the ring, he mainly fought Frankie. I think they want to keep him separated in this way, so they want to have this tag team. And Brandon Cutler was going to get the pin. That was kind of foreshadowed. But yeah, I just enjoy Kenny's work. He's just so smooth in the ring. He just shows intensity. I remember why I liked Kenny in New Japan.
The only thing that is like from the opposite of what I was saying about the first match, which is you don't know who's going to win. At All Out, you know Kenny Omega is beating Christian.
Yeah.
Like, like it's just hard for me to get behind a match that's like so decided already. Like there is no way on God's green earth that Christian Cage is beating Kenny Omega again.
But I'll make an argument for I'll defend AW here. We just saw SummerSlam and we saw the 2 top belts. Did you think they were gonna get change hands?
I mean, the Goldberg one was always like you would have hoped that Bobby Lashley would retain.
But you can say the same about Kenny. Like, how would you be happy if Christian would win?
They wouldn't.
And so the WWE wouldn't. They wouldn't give John Cena the win over Roman. You know, you really think so?
No. I think they would have.
Well, then
so I'll say this: if John Cena was there more than just a couple weeks, I think they might have.
Yeah, fair. I still disagree because I still think Roman is set up to do very great things. He is having one of the best title runs in WWE history.
Yeah. No, I don't doubt that. No, I'm not saying that. But it's like put Kenny against somebody that like us fans can believe that have a chance.
So who do you believe would have a chance against Kenny?
Hangman.
You don't think Hangman? Oh, you do think
Hangman definitely has has a chance.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like
is that it?
CM Punk. If you put CM Punk against him, he'd definitely have a chance. Yeah. Brian Danielson, when he comes in, I feel like if you put Miro against Kenny,
that's a match I want to see now.
You would definitely think Miro, he's killing it. He could win. There's
Malachi Black, maybe.
Who?
Malachi Black in the future.
Malachi Black once he gets more over.
Is that his last name, Malachi Black, or am I?
Yeah. Okay. Over the stupid Cody Rhodes thing, Arn Anderson thing, which is
I agree. Cody Rhodes can stay off my screen. But any last closing thoughts on Rampage and what are you expecting on Dynamite?
It was a decent show. It's hard to like just grade an hour show. Like it's just.
I'm not asking you to grade.
It's hard to like put into perspective like what you think about it because there's only an hour show. There's not much they can do in an hour. But I did like it. Dynamite. I need to see better storylines. I need to see more storylines ramped up for Sunday.
Yeah.
I need to see. Well, I'm not sure. Is this advertised? Kenny, CM Punk and Darby Allin face to face? Is that advertised? I thought I heard
it did advertise, and we just saw like a small promo package, and I was super fucking confused.
Okay, they need to like. The only thing I know about this match is that if CM Punk time traveled back to when he was singing, Darby Allin would be his favorite wrestler.
Oh, you still don't get it. You still don't get it, Cody.
Stupid. I get it. It's
okay. No, but okay. He's coming back. His news of him just coming back is tremendous enough, right, Cody? And he's like, okay, he has to pay somebody. He's now the veteran in the locker room. You see, he's the icon. He's the legend. He's the pro wrestling messiah, and he's like, well, I want to face one of the young guys, and this is the one I want to face, and this is the reason why. There's also a bunch of other guys I like to face in the future, but right now, I think Darby Allin's the first one I want to face. It doesn't have a convoluted story, like confusing story. Just CM Punk is back. He has his choice of who he wants to face. He wants to face Darby Allin, and that's that.
Okay, so then we're saying that. So we got to tease later on about Finn Balor and Roman Reigns, right?
Yeah.
I don't like Finn Balor and Roman Reigns because Finn Balor the last couple of weeks has not been on TV, and then he's been put in random matches. Well, no, I guess not random. I think it's a bad example, but he's not been on TV, and he's been facing Baron Corbin for like last 2 weeks prior. Like, there's no storyline there. I get what the story is. It just doesn't make sense.
But sometimes, but it has to come in an into way. Like remember the very first like Dynamites? Like it doesn't really have much story. It was just a power struggle at that point. Like sometimes you have to like, you can't just come in with a. Let's say let's take an example of Miro, right? Miro came in as a video gamer to AW, right? Like that story was kind of dumb. Same with the late great John Huber, like Bodie Lee, like his story was with the AEW, like he was with the Dark Order, he was the leader, he was the exalted one, right? With CM Punk, it's a bit different because his news of him just being there it's exciting enough. We already obviously talked about it. He's gonna be a face, and yeah, he can call out somebody, but he wants. But people. But people, well, yeah, we'll see about that. But people, CM Punk, the reason people got behind CM Punk is because of his realness. Like, we all know this is a shoot. Like, we know that CM Punk talked against the WWE on his problems with wrestling, and now he's coming back in enjoyment. And I think that fits perfectly. Of CM Punk is basically an extension of Phil Brooks, right? Like, that's who he is. That's what a lot of wrestling characters are. And he just wants to go back to wrestling, and he's excited for the wrestling future. He was comparing it to 2005 Ring of Honor, which had a great crop. I think Seth Rollins was back there, Samoa Joe, maybe. I don't know the TNA timeline. Bryan Danielson was back there. Like, there was a lot of young guys there, and he sees his AEW locker room, and he sees a good reflection of that. So he's really excited. And I feel like him just saying, "Hey, I want to face this guy," makes sense. I mean,
I get that. I get it. But like at the same time, it's like, has Darby Allin even mentioned CM Punk since he's been back?
Yes.
What did he say?
Well, first of all, he's apparently still in a weird kind of thing with 2.0 and Garcia.
Yeah. See, that doesn't make sense.
No, I agree with you. But I'm just saying he did kind of call out with the best in the world promo thing he did.
That was before CM Punk was there.
Yeah, but the rumor was there, and they played into the rumor though.
I asked you, has Darby Allin mentioned anything about CM Punk?
Because he hasn't had a promo since then.
Okay.
But we still have a Wednesday to go, so we'll see what happens. And then
I need Darby Allin to be like CM Punk, and then I need CM Punk to be like, Sting, why are you watching over Darby Allin? Like,
I love Sting. I love Sting with Darby. I'm sorry, I love it.
Not a big Sting fan, never have been.
I think mentorship in pro wrestling should be more of a thing.